Boom, boom. This is Ken, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit of Mobile Legends Adventure up here. So we've got a new event rolling out here. So I wanted to go ahead and talk about this because this event's a little bit special in terms of the actual game here. So it's called the Night of Wonders. It's basically, this is how they introduce new characters. If you're not familiar with Mobile Legends, they always have the events. And it's based off of the actual character. Oh, excuse me. So here's what we got. Now, what's interesting about this particular event is the fact of who the actual character is. It's Clara. Now, Clara. Who is Clara? Well, Clara happens to be... That's right. Clara is our Tavern Bunny. That's right. So they've introduced Clara as a playable Clara. I'm sorry, a playable character in the game. She is dual class. All the new characters, most of the ones have been dual class. Dual class characters are characters that have two. There are two types. For instance, the types of the game we have, you have martial. Let's take a look here at the actual. Back to the city, it will go to the actual wishing shrine. So if you look at the actual, we actually have, you have light, martial, dark, tech, and elemental. The newer characters have been dual class characters, which means they have two character classes, which allow them to expand. Now, Clara is martial and dark. So if you go back here and take a look at Clara, you will get Clara when you log on to the game and click on the first login reward. It will give you Clara. So you will get a copy of Clara immediately just for logging on to the game. So now's a good time to start. Let's find Clara here. She's in here somewhere. She's 5 stars, so she should be somewhere right around in here. But she's dual class, so let's just go ahead and that's Marshall. Here's Miracle Clara right here. So as you can see, she is a dark and a martial, so she is both. Okay. So you'll get a free copy of her, and you're going to want to utilize her inside of the actual event, which is the Tinted Mirage, is what the event is called. Okay, so the Tinted Mirage is it's a multi-level dungeon, and basically you just go through and play through all. You get rewards at the end of each of the levels. In this case, you see you can get you earn the coins as you complete certain levels. You get essences of samsara is what they're called. And when you clear level 815, you get a free copy, another free copy of Miracle Clara. You'll get another free copy of her at 11, finish 11, and another 14. These levels are exceedingly difficult. If you're a new player, it's going to be exceedingly difficult for you to get much past 8. Okay? Mid players should be able to get to 11 and 12, and then upper end players will be able to get to 15. I've got to 14.8 before. On the last event, I got to 14.8, so I didn't quite finish 14, but I will be finishing 14 on this one. I really didn't focus on the last one. The last character was just a dark character. I really didn't need a dark character at the time, and I could spend my diamonds that you get right here. You can spend them at other places. And that's where you want to look at, because inside of the Wishing Shrine, not the Fusion Shrine, the Wishing Shrine, you will see that there is another limited time summon for Clara as well. So you'll get her at 25, a copy of her, and you get a copy of her at 50 as well, and another copy at 100. And of course you can hit her in between. Okay, so you can, like on the first 10 pool, I'll just do 10 right here. You can get her even though it's not, you're guaranteed to get one at 25. So that's a way to get her as well. You also want to make sure that you go into your actual wish list and go into the Marshal. You could put her in Marshal. I got it right there. And you could put her in Dark as well. Now, won't let you do it in both places. I was hoping they'd let you do it in both places, but they won't. So you can only do it in one. Either you have to do it in the Marshal or the Dark, because I was hoping we could get a double shot in her, but like, because she is a dual character, that means that normally to level up characters, you just need one copy and then another copy. Combine them. That makes that takes it into red 1, and then you need another copy to make it red 2, another copy, and so forth and so on. And you're just adding the copies, and then once you get up to 3 and 4, 4 and 5 star, you can use 3-star copies of fodder to level them up. You don't need to have a copy of that, and that gets them into, and then to get to, full level, you need to have 2 more 1-star copies. See, that's the thing about this. You only need to have red 1 copies to advance the character, while in other games you need like 5 copies of. Yeah, it's just ridiculous the amount of characters. It's not something that can be done feasible. All of those gotcha games, they're a joke. Don't play them. Do not spend any money on them. You're going to have to spend a lot of money to actually make your characters. You don't have to spend any in this game to make the characters. It's got graphically, it's nice. It's widescreen. If you want to play it on BlueStacks, which is what this is on, is BlueStacks. They're very generous with the rewards as well. So this is what the new dual class characters are like. So basically, you get 2 emblems to make a copy of the character. So, but because they're dual class, they're stronger than the original classes, which is why they've got them. It takes a little bit more to work them up, but you can get copies of them. I have one of the top ones right there. Is Nimbus Eudora. She is Marshal, okay, and Elemental. And as you can see, I've already got her up to her 3rd awakening. Okay, she was the second one that was introduced. The first one introduced was Mecha Lila, and she was a light and tech. The second one was Nimbus Eudora, and that's the one I went because I have a Marshal team and an Elemental team that I'm working on. So she was perfect fit for that. And then I'm just doing Middle Girl Clara simply because of the fact that she's the Tavern Bunny. So you just want to do her, but she is a playable character. So they put her into the game, so you will be able to get her up, and she's got a really, really powerful skill set as well. She has the ability to grant immortality to characters, which makes her an extremely popular choice if you do not have the best one in the game. The best healer in the game is Nana. She's a Marshal. Okay. She is the best healer in the game. Okay, she has Revive. She can bring a character back from the death, which makes her the most wanted healer in the game, as well as the good healing that she does. Clara's got to be competition for that, simply because she can grant immortality. So it might be, but it's like I say, it's going to be difficult to really get her because, like I say, she is dual class character. So that's going to make her quite strong. But the fact of the matter is that it's going to take a lot longer to build her up. So you're going to have to focus on her to get her to where she's at, to where she's useful. So if you take a look at her skill set, she restores 8% of allies lost over time, total of 4 times, while dealing damage equal to 10% of enemies' max hits, capped at 100% of her character. Clara encourages the ally here with the lowest HP percentage, granting them and herself 25 extra life steal and crit damage. The lower the odds, the higher the crit damage bonus, capped at that. And then level 11, it's magic dice. Clara deals damage 200 of attack. So this right there is her damage skill. And then Attendant's Will. When allied, they will gain immunity of death for 2 seconds. Okay, the effect can only be triggered once per each hero in each battle. So it can only proc once on each character, but it can happen to each character. Okay, so it can theoretically happen 5 times. No, 4 times, because there's actually I guess it can happen on herself as well. There's now that they could gain Immunity death effect triggered once per. I guess it can happen on herself. So so technically, I can have it 5 times because once on each character. So it's a very powerful skill. So that combined with her healing a little bit of damage, so that makes her exceedingly an exceedingly good character. So if you don't have Nana, she's definitely something that you might want to consider as your secondary, as your primary healer. I will of course consider using her as well, just as a double healing because she does do damage. But yeah, Nana's the best in the game, and I've got her fully maxed out. So we've got Nana resurrects the eliminated ally with the highest attack and heals them for 25 seconds of their max HP. Okay, so yeah, it revive, and cuts the heals all allied units 6% of their attack during its presence. Is 12 front row when the allies with busting take amount of damage they exceed 10%. They will use the busting to neutralize the damage. Magic that deals damage to attacking enemies hit her way out. So, okay, so she has damage and she has healing and she has a revive, which makes her the best in the game. But a lot of people might not have Nana. I know I do. I have her fully illuminated, fully maxed out. She's 8 is max. That's as high as you can get. And as you can see, I have the Order and Chaos are the best in the game. I have fully maxed out Amaterasu. Now, Amaterasu is one of the best characters in the game, and she is available inside of the market. Which shop is she in? She is in, I think it's not the Brawl shop. Tavern shop. Which shop is she in? There she is. Dungeon shop. Right here. This is Amaterasu right here. So she is Order and she is in the shop. So you can get the best characters in the game in the shop. Okay, these are not chump characters. They're very good characters. They're not the top of the line. The top of the line is Lennox, which I have at 2, Awakening 2. She's like the top of the line. They just put Murtis inside of the Brawl shop. He is Chaos, so we have 2 Chaos characters. Both of these are good characters. So you can get the best characters in the game just by playing the game, because you get these coins just by playing the Brawl shop each day, and just by doing your dungeon stuff each day. Clearing your dungeon, okay, you get these characters. You can get them. So that's what I like about the game. There's ways to obtain these characters fairly quickly. And they have really good characters here. Valir is the best elemental character out there. Lolita is probably the best tank in the entire game. I mean, there are some of the Order and Chaos tanks in there, but I don't know. Lolita just does awesome. She just has a shield, and she just doesn't die. So she's really good. And these are really good characters. And right here is Nana, the best healer in the game, right there. And she is available inside of the shop. So as you can see, it's a really good game to play. It's a really free-to-play game, and I've been playing it for quite some time. And yeah, as you can see, I've got a pretty high level. I mean, max. Almost maxed out my lead. I've been focusing on some of the other characters. Sylvana was just one of the characters that recently came out, and she's extremely OP. So I switched from Lolita over to Sylvana. She's one of the most powerful Order, and as you can see, I've got her up as well. So, and here is the most powerful character in the game completely, Lennox. Yeah, I got. And there's the Nimbus Udor. So as you can see, it's easy to build these characters. I haven't spent it. I spent $1.99 on the game. When it first came out, as I've said in previous videos, I was looking for a AFK game that I could do on my BlueStacks that was wide. That I could do in a landscape format, because I hate AFK Arena is just like slot down the center. All the new games are slot down the center. You can't widescreen them because it breaks them. They just don't. It just doesn't work right. So, but this game took standard format straight out into landscape. It looks great. So I gave them $1.99 and got one of the characters. It was a tech character. Where's she at? Leslie. I got Leslie $1.99. You got a free copy of her. Pretty good character, as you can see. She's really nice. So then that's what I got for it. But that's all. That's all I've actually spent. Okay. I haven't spent anything else since then. Because you really don't have to. I mean, everything is fairly, you know, free from a standpoint where you really, if you play the game on a consistent basis, there's no need to really spend money. They do, you know, have nice events every now and then. If you look at the spend money, every now and then they'll have a wishing event, and it'll be for one of the good characters. Like they had one for Linux, they had one for Bardus, they had one for where you can get copies of them. But you'll have to pay a little bit of money to get copies of them, because you have to do like 5 pulls before you get a copy. Guaranteed to get a copy of the character, and you only get enough to do like 3 or 4 pulls. So you're going to have to actually spend a little bit of money if you want to get the guaranteed copy. But that's one of the ways to do it, and they have that for the good characters. But as you can see, they do have events. You can get the good characters in the game. As you can see inside of here, you can get Nimbus Sedora. This is a prophecy. This is a guaranteed pool, which means usually 1 or 2 times all you have to do to guarantee to get her one time. Okay, and you can do this up to 5 times each month. Okay, this is when you get to my level. I get 5 of them a month. And it'll reset. Next month I'll get another 5, and I can choose whichever character I want to. Okay, Clara will be put in here, so I'll be able to do Clara. She'll be in here, eventually. So all the characters except for Order and Chaos characters, but the dual class, which is Nimbus Sedora, as I said, Marshall, she's in here. Mechalele is in here, and of course, Miracle Clara will be in here eventually. Sacred Oath is where you get the good stuff. This is where you get. This is where you can get the best character in the game, Linux, and you can get these Sacred Oath summons inside of events. Okay, you can get pretty much every event. They'll have these as a reward. Okay, the rate is of course fairly low. There's other stuff you can get, but for the most part, there's a chance that you will pull her. So. There, see, I just pulled her. I just got really lucky. So, but there's a chance to pull her. So now that I have a copy of her, I'll need to get 2 copies of her to actually get another copy of her, and I'll be able to combine that, and that'll make a red copy of her. Okay. Another copy of her, and I'll combine that. And that'll make a 1 red. Then I'll be able to put that 1 red and make her 3 awakening. See, that's how easy it is. Okay, that's a simple. Same with this Tia. I get another 5-star Tia. I could do it from that and pulling that, and I'll be able to make her 3-star Tia. So that's how simple it is to do that. So it just takes time. It's not a high luck. I mean, it's not. It's not. You're not going to pull. You're not going to do a 10 pull and get her twice or anything like that. A lot of times you're not going to get her. I would say it's probably about maybe 1 or 2% is probably roughly about where it's at. Okay, so there, see, I got a 5-star a tech ticket. Okay, so you're not always going to get the character whenever you hit one of the gold rewards. It could sometimes be this reward instead of this. So, but it's nice when it happens. So, but yeah, another copy of her is always useful. And now I got fragments. So this is a 5-star. So this will chance me to get a 5-star tech fragment. Bruno is considered fodder, but he's fodder that can be used to level up your main characters. So you definitely want to go for that one though. So that's this last chest here. Dailies, easy to do. I can knock out my dailies in about 15 to 20 minutes. If you consistently do your dailies each week, you'll automatically fill your weeklies. Okay, this is where you get the good stuff. They've got a shot for completing your, another thing, like they've got a shot for completing your weeklies. When you complete each of your weekly and daily quests, you get these teal coins. These coins can then be used for the good. This is really good stuff. Okay, this is all, you know, basic stuff right here, but this is really good stuff. For your enhancement. This right here allows you to sweep the dungeon. Okay, you can sweep the dungeon. They give you one that's always 1,000. These things refresh in 5 days. This will refresh. These right here are the glory boxes. This is the latest enhancement that they have for the characters. Very, very powerful. This can change a character. This is something that you want to focus on. This section back, this is the soul meteors. This is very important as well too. It makes your character, it's another enhancement. So they have all these enhancement materials inside of that shop, and as long as you're completing your quests, you're always going to have them in there. That's one of the things I like about it. A lot of times games don't really reward players who focus on doing their dailies and weeklies as much as they should. You get good rewards from it, but I think there should be something like consistent. This is nice. I was really happy when they came out with that shop. Because somebody like me, that's really good. I mean, I have not had to run the dungeon. I have not had to run this labyrinth in ages. I think it's been 3, 4, it's been about a month and a half since I've run this, because I just sweep it. Because I'm always completing my dailies and weeklies and getting the tail. I just purchased the tail, sweep it. You get the full rewards, it's full max completion. So you get everything that you would get just by doing it manually. So I don't have to spend the extra. It can take about 20-30 minutes to run it. Okay, you have to focus. You know, and it's not difficult. Don't get me wrong, but you have to do a little bit of thinking and a little bit of running. So it's just annoying. But now I can sweep it and get the max rewards that I want. So that's always good. Anything that speeds up the time. But yeah, so Tinted Mirage is going on. This is going on for a month. So it's not like it's something, it's 33 days, so it's more than a month. It started today, yesterday, so that it's like 35 days. So it's not like something you have to rush in here and get into. You'll have, you know, that'll give you a couple weeks to build your characters if you start an account, and get maybe to the point where you can at least get a couple copies of her. The key to this is simply the campaign. There's no stops on this campaign. You unlock the good stuff, prophecy summons, miracles. You unlock those by completing the story mode. Run through the story, and as you start completing chapters in the story, you'll unlock the stuff. Okay, that's the key to the game. When you first log on to the game, you're not going to see Sacred Oath, okay, until you clear the story that is associated with it. I don't know if they tell you. No, they don't tell you. I can't remember what story, but it's higher up in the story, and you'll unlock this. So that's the thing that you need to do is focus on the story. They'll give you new characters. They'll give you pools. Okay, you'll always get a good characters, and then you just have to determine what you want to do and go forward. Okay, pick a team and go with it. You want to try to have 2 teams because there is elemental advantages in this game, so that can help a little bit bring things through as well. The market, good stuff in here. If you want to spend your diamonds on that, this is something that you can spend them on. It's not that big of, it's not that. I prefer to, because such good stuff is found inside of the dungeon shop. You get which is completed inside of the Brent. See, now that I've actually completed Amaterasu, and there's only 1 or 2 characters in here I need to complete that I'm focusing on, I can start spending it on the good stuff. This is the good stuff. Okay, this is the high-end enhancement materials. This is as high as it gets. Okay, this is what you do for your illuminations and stuff. And you can get these inside of here. Okay, if you look inside the guild shop, these are your. This is a max enhancement item right here, guys. This is max. This is a 3. This is it. This is what names a piece of equipment, and they sell them inside the dungeon, inside this guild shop. So when you join a guild and participate in your guild, join a good guild, you get these coins, and you can purchase this stuff in here. As I said, I have not. Look at my heroes. Look at their. Full set, maxed out 3. Full set maxed out. Full set maxed out. Okay, you know, I didn't have to. I didn't spend any money, guys. I got this all free. Just playing the game. I love this game. Very free to play friendly. Okay, it's not very often that you can get maximum level characters, the really good characters in the game, and actually, you know, set them up. See, this is Tia, one of the best in the game. Let's get to Lennox here. This is her right here, best character in the game, and I've got full max equipment on her, and I'll be getting her to 8. You know, it'll take a little while. It'll take a lot of Sacred Summons full, but I didn't focus on her at first. They started throwing Tia at me, and I was getting her in pools. I got her several times in pools, so I decided to go ahead, and since they were giving me to her easily, I decided to go ahead and put. And she is a beast. She's literally a beast. She literally Gatling guns down players. If I'm having a hard level, I'll just stick her in. 9 times out of 10, she will clear it. Because she does, yeah, it's like a Gatling gun from the back. She just elevates into the air, and when she elevates, she's immune. And then she just, like, literally zaps, you know, literally like a Gatling gun at the enemy. And she kills them. And while she's, you know, elevated, she can't be hit. So yeah, it makes her exceedingly powerful. So I went ahead and skipped away from Lennox for a while to get her, and she was in my mainstay in my team. And then Amaterasu passed her up because now Amaterasu's back maxed out, and she's a damage dealer as well. She's a mage. Well, sniper. Same thing. She's an attacker. You got snipers, and what they've got different names. Okay, as their second character classes that originally come out, and as the character once it gets, you know, full illumination, and what there's just they actually change what they are. She used to be a marksman, now she's a sniper, and there's other levels to exceed up into this. It really gets, it's associated with something inside of the tavern. And it has to do with sigils that they've just came out with, and it has to do with the new enhancements that they've got to make characters a little bit stronger. They actually formatted up another level of evolution that you could actually do now. Right here, it's called the Hall of Glory, and what it does is it changes the characters, like from a marksman to sniper. And she was a ranger, but now she transitioned over to a sniper. I know it is difficult, but that's the way. Yeah, it's interesting to see. So strategist and Iron Guards is the new, so they got new format names for the characters, Inquisitors and Dragon Knights. So the names are changing as you level up in this Hall of Glory. This is the maximum Galler. This is right here. This just started a little while ago. And it levels as you level up characters, so makes them see marksmen, support mages. As you level those up, you'll crack open the higher upper level enhancements, which is what those are. It's not something you need to worry about right now. But yeah, so now's a good time to start. Night of Wonders is up. Chance to get Miracle Clara, one of the best in the game, and just go through it, go through it, get in there, level up as fast as you can. You've got like 35 days, so it's not like something that you got to hurry up with. You can take your time, but yeah, pass through the story mode is all you got to do, and that'll unlock the stuff. All right, so yeah, good game, but Miracle Clara is up for those of you who are waiting for her. I think that's the first time any games ever actually used their Tavern Bunny as a playable character, I think. I can't think of any others that did that. It's been a while. But yeah, it's pretty nice. So again, thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you've subscribed, you'll see the bell. Click on it. You get notified each time I drop a video. Kendrick coming at you from the corner. Signing out.